Hello everyone. Today, when I opened my computer, I saw something weird. And guess what? Huggy Wuggy was on the news. So today we will see what this said about him.
Well, we know
Let's
kids these
go.
days can get caught up in social media trends, but it can be alarming for parents to hear about one for much younger kids, elementary age.
Holly is in the newsroom with a new game parents need to watch out
Okay.
for. Holly, this is pretty unsettling.
It is unsettling, Steve and Jeanette, and it's called, innocently enough, the Huggy Wuggy game.
The Huggy Wuggy game.
Wait, are you for real? You don't even know the name of the game you are talking about. Well, let me help. It's called Poppy Playtime.
And while it may sound innocent, like I said, it could actually be really traumatic for some children. So joining us now from parents.com, who reported
What is
on the
parents.com?
game, is editorial director Melissa Bykowski. Good morning, Melissa. It's good to see you.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
And I get articles from parents.com, and I saw this article, and I couldn't believe it.
Okay, let's be real. You can report the game as many times as you can, but sadly for you, it will never get banned.
I was reading it. So for people that aren't familiar with Huggy Wuggy, what is it?
Yeah, so Huggy Wuggy is a character in a horror computer game called
Poppy Playtime.
It's blue. It kind of looks like Cookie Monster, but it
Wait. Does this thing looks like Cookie Monster? Well, I don't think so.
has really big teeth.
True.
But like most things in pop culture, kids aren't necessarily watching or playing it, but they're hearing about it in other ways.
Hold up. Is this Try Hard Ninja's footage? Did they ask for it?
Yeah. So
And so how is this becoming like
there you
such
see
a
it.
concern? Like how is this translating? Is it just scaring them, or are they actually taking on some of the actions of this creature?
What do you mean actions of this creature? Have you ever seen anyone doing Huggy's Wallaching animation?
yeah. So apparently in the game, the character that you just saw goes around and hugs people and whispers.
Hugs people? Okay, let's find a footage of him doing that. Oops, wrong footage. As you can see, he doesn't hug people, so she lied.
Really creepy songs into their ears.
What do you mean? He can't talk. The only thing he can say is just to scream.
So Common Sense Media says there's no graphic
No graphic violence. Dude, there is blood everywhere.
violence, but obviously that can be a little scary. On playgrounds, it seems like kids are mimicking that. They're going around and hugging each other and kind of whispering these creepy mantras at each other.
So it's kind of like what we saw with Squid Game, like Squid Game to the playground,
Exactly.
Huggy Wuggy to the playground with kids.
Bro, have you ever played this game? It isn't a playground, it's a freaking toy factory. Like, dude, stop saying things for something that you don't even know what it is.
Kind of doing some inappropriate things. So I guess the next obvious question is, how are kids, especially young kids, getting exposed to this?
So part of it is from, the normal ways. Older siblings are playing it. They're hearing it from friends with older siblings, or, it's on YouTube or a social media app. And
Okay, listen to me. Poppy Playtime is a 12 plus game, and the normal YouTube is for 13 plus, so if you don't want to see him in YouTube, just show your kid YouTube Kids.
a name like Huggy Wuggy easily slips through parental controls.
Yeah, I mean, my child never watched an episode of Squid Game, but he knew all about it, right? I mean, that's just kind
Red
of how
light,
it
green
works.
light, they're all playing it.
Yeah. So here's the next thing. What can parents do about it?
The real answer
Yeah,
is
so obviously it's
absolutely
impossible
nothing.
to know every single thing your kid is playing and watching. But a big thing to do is just know the apps that they're using. If they're using YouTube, if they're using Facebook, and that way parents can come to their child when they see a news segment like this and say, have you heard of this game? Have you heard of Squid Games? Have you heard of Huggy Wuggy? And then they can have open-ended questions. What are your thoughts? How are you feeling? The biggest
So if you think this is what you should do, then why in the world did you report it?
thing is just communication, making sure that your kid knows that if they are scared or if they are concerned about anything they see, anything their friends are talking about, they can come to their parents.
I think it's important to understand what that conversation needs to look and sound like, right? So it's just not a matter of saying, do you know about this? Well, you shouldn't be doing it.
Right. So parents can, of course, express their concerns that, it troubles me as a parent that you might be playing X, Y, Z. But the bigger thing to do is to open conversation so that the kids know that if there is something that is concerning them, they can approach you without judgment, without shame, and that they can start the conversation for how they can handle it.
Bro,
if
what
they
are you
concerned
yapping
with their
about?
parents.
Real quickly, in like 10 seconds or less, and maybe this is the biggest question, because if we're talking about Huggy Wuggy now, there's already something else that's coming along.
Yes,
right?
I'm from
So
the future
how do
and
parents keep
Mob
up?
has released for chapters.
I mean, Facebook groups are a great way to hear about it. That's how we heard about Huggy Wuggy. Just listening to, other parents and what they're seeing from their kids is really smart. And having conversations with kids at the end of the day.
All right, Melissa, thank you. Really appreciate you enlightening us to this. And there's parents.com and their information if you want to check out more about different articles that they have. Jeanette?
Some great tips, especially about opening those lines of communication. Holly, thank you for that.
So what we learned from today is, first, that they criticize a game that they haven't played, which makes the most things they'll lie, and second, Poppy playtime is for teens, not for kids. Anyways, bye.